It's been more than 25,000 years since men first hunted with a bow and arrow, and not much has really changed. Game animals still live in accordance with age-old instincts and laws of nature. To hunt them, bow hunters still go into the woods and wildernesses where few have gone before.
It's a good wash in there. We work back up to where that pig sign was.
For these and other reasons, there are more bow hunters today than at any time in history. Throughout North America, at different times of the year, men and women can be found hunting or preparing for the hunt.
Don't ever buy arrows with either feathers or plastic vanes where they're attached to the arrow straight. They have to be curved helical to turn the arrow, and it's like, otherwise your arrow will go down there very inaccurately.
For these men and women, bow hunting is a sport that never grows old, but constantly holds out the promise of new challenges, new pleasures, and rewards.
There ain't a lot of people in the world when you're out here all alone like this. It's pretty nice. Yeah.
How close did he come?
Oh, 6 or 8 feet, I think.
So the truest, most accurate story of this ageless sport is best told in the words of those who love it. Best explained by the sights and sounds of bow hunting in North America.
This spot right here is you wake up in the morning, stick your head out the tent and listen, and you hear them bugle. And there is no sound in the world. Just kind of makes my hair stand up on end.
Yeah, because we heard that one bugle this morning, and that's a good sign.
Well, I got into quite a few of them. You know where Horsefly is, right over there?
Yes.
Right over the ridge? I must have run into 15 head.
15?
Yeah.
Any bulls?
One big bull. And I spent probably 2.5 hours with him. Finally, just about an hour and a half ago, I got to where I thought I had the bull dead to rights. Oh, you know, just starting to draw on him. I looked out of the corner of my eye and I could see this cow coming from my right. She must have got within 10 feet, and boom, away they went. I never got a shot. But they're not really spooked badly, so I think tomorrow we can probably get back on them. The one most important thing in your experience, especially hunting these out, as far as not goofing up is concerned?
To be alert while you're hunting. If you overhunt and get too tired, you blow a lot of good deals.
Yeah.
Of course, naturally, you want to have the wind in your favor, but being alert and observing everything, as far as I'm concerned, that's the key to it. And if you do that, law of average will take care of you. Just the opportunity to get into them and to kind of test your skill against stalking them, and usually you come in second best, but that's what it's really what's about, the fun of it.
And you get so close. You know, I can remember 2-3 times I saw cows and calves, and the cows treat the calves just like almost like humans. You know, they get out of line, they give them a kick, and you never would see that stuff if you're hunting at long range.
shoot an arrow at a deer, let's say, or at anything, and you miss, it's dull, just simply because it hits some dirt. And there's two ways to bring that edge up. You can do it with a file, like I have here. It's just a stroking operation. You rotate round and round. The points on this type head are dubbed off to be a chisel point, so you don't want to have a long, slender, frail point on it. It has to be dubbed off a little, but they come like that. You can do it with a file, or there's a little sharpening device that's really easier and gives you a fine edge. It's known as a Cutmaster, and it's like a knife sharpener that you have in your home. You just take a few strokes like that. See the shavings coming off? I feel it. Is that good?
Nice and sharp.
The main point I want to get across is because a head is shiny and looks sharp doesn't mean that it is sharp. You have to feel it. And any time you shoot it and miss, you know that it's dull. It has to be sharpened up. That's the most important thing in bow hunting. There are many different kinds of heads on the market. This one has replaceable blades. You don't sharpen it. You put in new blades. It's important never to shoot an arrow at game with a dull head. And be careful when you change the blades that you don't cut yourself. One of the nice things about bow hunting is that you can enjoy your equipment the year round. There's small game to hunt. There is bow fishing, or maybe it's just some competition among your friends. One thing to remember, however, as the big game season approaches, is that you'll be wearing heavier hunting clothing, and this could affect your shooting form. So practice with your clothing that you'll wear when hunting. Another thing to do, and this should be done before the hunting season opens, is to get permission from the property owner where you want to hunt. Most people don't mind having hunters on their property as long as they're asked first. You have to assure them that you'll close gates, you won't trample his garden, you won't chase cattle if it's a cattleman, and besides, these people live in this area. They can very often be helpful in helping you locate wildlife. The first thing you do going into the woods, if you haven't been in that country, you want to find out when the last rain was. You ask somebody, when's the rain here last? It doesn't take any experience to differentiate between a track that's been rained on and one that hasn't. A deer's movements are governed by their stomach. The deer are where the food is. In this case now, they're in the oaks because the acorns are coming down, they're eating them. Before the acorn crop, they were probably down in the edge of the swamp eating wintergreen and that kind of thing. Or maybe they're out in the open country eating grass. And a area that was good last year, see, we don't have an acorn crop every year. Sometimes it's frost killed. Well, if you had good acorn crop last year and you had found a real good place, a good lively runway, and shot a deer there, and you go back there this year thinking everything's going to be the same, that's a bad mistake. You've got to go back there and see if the runways have fresh tracks on. Hunting from a blind can be very effective, providing you take some precautions. It's important to have the background covered rather completely, more so than the front of you. You need to cut down the human silhouette. Keep it on higher ground if possible, and be sure you know the general wind direction. You got pretty good seat in there.
Yeah, it's pretty comfortable here.
It's important to be quiet and very still in your blind. For that reason, you make yourself comfortable by providing yourself with a seat. You may find also that the wind will change directions, and then you have a problem if you're watching a runway where you know deer will come through. Sometimes you can build a blind on each side, and then you're in a good situation for whatever wind changes that might occur. Looks like a good spot.
You got the rope?
Yeah, I got the rope in my pocket.
Looks like a good spot. Yeah. A little bit open. This is some clear shooting.
Yeah, I like that.
You set it up right up there in that part of the tree. Yeah. Have a good view of the whole area. It's perfect. Good enough. Put it up. You go up. You're the youngest, boy. Okay.
Hunting from tree stands is somewhat more effective than hunting from the ground because it tends to eliminate the human scent. It's also more interesting because you're up above and you can see nature at work. You can see animals and enjoy yourself. You have to be careful. Don't take your bow up the tree with it. Tie a string or rope to it and pull it up afterwards. And be sure that you have a safety belt so you won't fall out. If I go hunting in a strange place, I'll spend 2 or 3 days before I even hunt. I will cruise. I'll travel like I did this afternoon. I'll get on a deer runway and see where it goes. I'll see where one crosses. Maybe I can find a place where 2 major highways cross. And that means that you got a good place to hunt, so you hunt there. But maybe take you a couple of days to find it. Now I'm hunting while I'm doing this. I'm walking carefully and watching, but I'm watching the ground more than for deer because I'm looking for signs. You go by signs.
See right here, this is what we're looking for. See, this is gobbler tracks. Here, here, and here. Now, the difference in a gobbler track, his middle toe is about 3 or 3 1/4 inches long, and a hen's is about 2 1/2 inches, and not near about as wide. See, that toe from tip to tip over there is 3 inches across, looking this way, and that's what you want to look for. Also, the feathers of a turkey is one thing you want to. A gobbler's feathers has a black ring, and a hen's has a brown ring. See these black tip feathers right here? Steve, now that would indicate that it's a big adult gobbler. They'll be real black, and they just shine, and a hen's real dull colored. She's a buff brown. Now, if you're looking for droppings out here, a gobbler's is long and straight, and a hen's would be in a little question mark, curlicue maybe. Mm-hmm. And you'd look for them, and it'd be, around where they're feeding at, so and you might find a dusting area here. Turkeys take a bath, but they take it in dust. They get down and dust in the ground. Now, we'll ease on up through, and maybe we'll find some hen tracks, because this is all the gobbler tracks I see right here. Let's ease on up through here. Steve, this is typical hunting area down here in the south. Swamps and bogs and mud and all kind of old logs and stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about? Here, take my bow while I crawl across this here log. It's something I might show you while we're standing here. See that cover over this here? Always keep your arrows in a covered quiver where you won't cut yourself. You can cut yourself real bad out here, and you may be back a couple miles in the woods. And also always keep your arrows in a quiver, and don't walk with them because you trip and fall on yourself and really make a nasty cut, stick yourself. Let's get on up here and go to the top of the hill and see what we can find. Let me have your bow now and you crawl over. Turkey hunting with this bow is a relatively new thing all over the country because bow hunting is becoming so popular because we can hunt with the bow and then gun hunt too. That's what's so good about it. It gives us an extra, 3 or 4 weeks in the woods before the gun season comes in. And it sharpens your skills. I think the better the woodsman, the better the hunter. Let's walk right up here, Steve, and I want to tell you a little bit about turkey calling. It goes back to the 1800s. The Indians thought it was the greatest thing in the world to imitate and call up a turkey. Here, hold my bow a second. I'll take out a box call. Now, this is the most popular of all turkey calls. It's a friction call, and you can do anything a turkey can do on it. That's what it's a simple cluck, and this is all a person needs to learn how to do. And then a basic yelp. And that's what you want to, a person wants to learn how to do. It's what you want to learn how to do. And then you can cackle on it in the springtime. And that's something that's really important because that's the desired call of a hen. Now, I use a mouth caller, which I have right here, and I'll get it out. show you a little bit about the mouth call. The mouth call, you can do anything that a turkey can do. And what's so good about this, when you're calling, you've got your hands free so you can be holding your bow, you know, and you need that extra little advantage when that turkey comes up there.
Just remember, don't get your line tangled. Shoot a little under your guard. Keep your eyes open. You should spot them any place.
I've always liked the outdoors, and I really enjoyed archery when I took it in school. So when Dad suggested we take up bow fishing, well, I knew right away I'd like it.
About 7, 8 yards out there?
A lot of people bow fish in Florida. I guess that's because rough fish, like gar, are pretty plentiful here. Another thing that I like about the sport is that you can do it almost any time of the year. I'm no expert, though, and I miss a lot more than I'd like to. But the main thing, as far as I'm concerned, is getting to spend time out on the boat with my dad. I think it's the kind of sport that can be fun for an entire family.
How's your arrow coming there?
I think. You want to check it?
Yeah. It's getting good. Kid's learning. I'd say. Probably. Look at it, yeah.
Dougherty.
Well, that's the secret to this game, and you got to sharpen them every time you shoot them, right? Every time you take a shot, you want to resharpen that broadhead, and you never want to pull that bow back until you know what you're shooting. Now, if we can just find you a javelina to shoot at, everything will be under control. Put that in your quiver. Oh, remind me to get that pair of 8x35s out. Okay. I'll put those in that other duffel bag. That should be about it. Now, if you could go, you gotta get a little bigger.
What about me?
Almost big enough. How about you? I think that the way you're shooting and everything, you'll be ready to go this year. You're gonna do some deer hunting this year, aren't you?
Sure.
Hey, Davy Crockett, let's go. We're going hunting. We're not sleeping all day.
Wow.
Come on, you ready? Come on, get up, Slate. Slate.
I'm ready.
We're gonna hit the road.
Okay.
Long drive. Want some coffee?
Yeah.
We can't have mine. I'll meet you out in the kitchen, all right?
All right.
Okay,
I'll
let's
be
go.
there in a minute.
Hey, I've been looking forward to this whole day for a long time.
How close you gotta be to have land together before you get a good shot at one?
No, I think we're going to be able to get close to them. The biggest problem, like I said, is finding them. You know, they look just like bushes.
Yeah.
But once you find them, and if you take your time, you know, you can get right close. And I think 20 yards, I shot one years ago at about 7 feet. You know,
Yeah.
so that's just about my range.
You
7
can't get
feet.
pretty close to it.
You can get close to it. You're not going to have any trouble. You know, as well as you've done on these white-tailed deer, you're not going to have any trouble with these javelinas. You're just going to have to find them.
Almost hit it that time. Say, I need to practice, I think. You're shooting pretty good. Okay, do it again. Loosened up here. Boy. Well, in quest of a wily pig. Pop it in there. Give me something to shoot at, boy. Loose and have a good time. That's a good shot. It's not too bad. Kid. Up. Well, I'll pay. I tell you one thing, you know, pull your grades up, get you a trip to the desert, and now you got your driver's license. And, yeah. I think you've shown a great deal of responsibility. So,
Well, anyhow, it's fun being out here. Proud of the way you're doing. It's good. Now you can take that pretty little blonde out. That ain't no bad, you know. What the heck? Can't hunt all the time. Girls are all right too, you know. Somewhere on the rocks. There's a lot of rocks. Rocks, and they all look like javelinas. Uh-oh, there's one. See one? Yeah, I see one right on top of a rock. There's one below him to the left. 2, 3, I can see 5. Right up from the base of the hill. Let's go up. Let's just head straight for the base of the hill and see what it looks like. Alright, can we get him? Yeah, go ahead and get him.
I got him.
Oh, hey, super, right, popped him.
There's more.
There.
Yeah.
There.
It's all through here, it looks like.
Yeah, just don't get in a hurry. There's a bunch right there. So he's just gonna pile up down here. There's your arrow down there. This way. Here's where we stumble, see? There's your arrow.
There.
Yeah. He's got to be crashed right. Well, there he is.
All right.
Right. Clumsy. Hey, that's a dandy. All right, partner.
Thank you.
That's the shot. Yeah, grab that leg and we'll just go get back up
Yeah, let me
across
get
this
with this
little...
hand. How many pounds is he?
It's going to be 200 by the time you get to the top of this hill. How you doing, babe? Okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I don't know if it's easier going up these things or down them, but I guess it's the end result that counts, huh?
Yep. It was fun. It was worth it.
Thing getting too heavy?
No, I can carry this thing all the way back. No problem.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Big, nice country.
Yep.
So many people are afraid to get off the road, and they're not familiar with the pleasant solitude you can have in the woods. People know so little bit about the woods. The woods is a friendly place. Actually, anticipation is greater in hunting than realization. You build up to this high pitch. And it goes on all year round. After the hunting season on, you start thinking about next hunting season. And it's really something that keeps you going and keeps you alive and interesting.
If you're interested in sharing the excitement of bow hunting, remember that hunting is a privilege. Treat wildlife and the outdoors with respect. And make it a practice to observe all the rules of safe, responsible bow hunting. Practice each day before you go hunting, and ask the permission of property owners to hunt on their land. While hunting, observe the rules of fair chase. For your own safety, use a covered bow quiver and never stalk with an arrow on the string. For the safety of others, never aim at anything you don't intend to shoot. Never shoot at an unseen target, up in the air, or in any direction where you might endanger life or destroy property. And always be sure that the area behind your target is clear. Finally, don't shoot damaged arrows. Check your arrows and resharpen your heads or replace your blades after every shot. To get more information on the bow hunting seasons in your area, contact your state or province Fish and Game Department and enroll in a hunter safety course. In the meantime, you can learn more about this exciting and rewarding sport by writing to the American Archery Council for a free copy of the ABCs of Bow Hunting.